Hello, this is the lens I got today. It's a 200mm f4. Came from Japan. Instead of green tea in the package, this time they included a origami swan. I believe that's what this is meant to be. The Japanese love including stuff like that when you buy lenses. Anyway, this is a quick story about the B&H and Adorama. Let's see. Well, dating back about 23 years ago, even further than that, when I started buying stuff from B&H and Adorama for photography school, nothing has changed with Adorama. Now, I'm not being endorsed by B&H at all. They don't give a damn about me. They've never given me a dime, nor are they going to. This is just a story, okay? So don't say I'm endorsing B&H here. This is just a true story. I called a couple days ago. Nothing has changed at Adorama. By the way, I order stuff from them. Sometimes they list on eBay. They got the most horrible packaging. I mean, the packages arrive, you know, halfway torn open. They just, it's like a blind person packaged the stuff. It's just no wonder I didn't have to make a claim on damaged merchandise. So that's horrible. But I called a couple days ago about a used lens, and it was listed pretty cheap. It was an older D series, and it's like, yeah, it's in our warehouse. You know, what do you want me to do? It's like, well, I'd like to see it. I'd like to know its condition. I mean, I'll gladly buy it from you right now. Hey, it's in our warehouse. You know, you got a return policy. I don't know what you're complaining about. You know, you just buy the lens. You know, return it to us. You know, it's okay. Like, yeah, well, I need to see it. They said, well, what's your problem? You know, what's your problem? You know, I would like to buy. They were doing this 23 years ago, which I know they're busy, but for Christ's sakes, you know. If it's new gear, you don't have an issue with that. But you want to know on used gear, at least post a picture, for Christ's sakes. If you can't post a picture, then grab it and tell me what it looks like. You know, I trust your skills on lenses, but no. Let me transfer you to the used department, okay? And I get transferred to the used department. It's like, yeah, it's in our warehouse. You know, it's probably got fungus in it. You know what? It might have this. Well, does it actually? I don't know. You know, you got a return policy. What's your problem? You know, what's your problem? I said, well, you know, you people in New York City, you know, God bless your soul, are the most pressed for time. You know as well as I do that time equals money. It's like, yeah, I could get it and return it to you. You'll honor the return policy, but how about I like to avoid doing crud like that, you know, traveling back and packaging it up and going and sending it back to, hey, you know, I don't know what you want me to tell you, you know, it's just what it is. Hey. So that was the end of that call with Adorama. So I called B&H up I saw another lens, used lens from B&H, and they transferred me to the used department. And I talked to some old guy. He sounds kind of like me, except older, you know, kind of old and fat. And I think he even said that. And he's like, yeah, that lens is over in our warehouse. You know, I got it here. He says, what do you want to know about it? I said, well, you know, I just like to know its condition before I buy it. You know, I like to buy it from him. He said, oh, that's a long walk over to the warehouse for me to get that lens. You know, I says, well, you know, if that's what you want me to do, that's what I'll go do. I'll go get the lens for you. And so he goes and he puts me in a long hold. And I figured he's probably waddled over there since he's a fat guy. You know, he's kind of old and slow. At least that's the way he sounds on the phone. He comes back. He says, hey, so what would you like to know about the lens? You know, I got it right here. You know, what you want to know about it? I said, well, it says it mentions rear scratches on the rear element. And he said, oh, let me check that. He said, let me whip up my loop here. I said, no, I don't know why it says. He says, I'm looking through the loop here. There's no scratches on the rear element of the lens. He says, I'm looking at it right here. He says, I don't see anything. I said, well, that's great. I said, you know, I really bugged you too much. I said, I'd like to buy it. He says, yeah, it's got some cosmetic scratches on the body. You know, I said, I don't care about that. That's fine. I said, could you do one last thing for me? I said, no, it's too much and you're busy. I said, is there any way you could throw it on a body for me and check to make sure the autofocus motor isn't grinding gears? You know, that's another issue. And I had him check the front arm. He said, sure. So he mounts it on a body. And I can hear it zooming in the background. He says, yeah, the lens is fine. There's no grinding noise at all. He says, what do you think about this lens? I said, well, you know, it's like you said, it's a great deal and I'd like to buy. I said, yeah, okay, you know, what's your credit card number? And I give it to him. And so I'm going to give you a deal on overnight shipping. They don't work on commission there anymore, by the way, at B&H. They used to. That was ages ago. He swears that they didn't, but I remember that they did. Maybe I'm thinking about Adorama. Anyway, so he gets my credit. He says, yeah, it's fine. He said, I'm going to upgrade you to free overnight. The shipping wasn't free. I got a discount on overnight shipping on the lens. He says, yeah, I'm going to upgrade you on shipping on that overnight for you. He says, you know, He says, it's good to hear from you. You've been buying from us for a long time. He says, oh, it's okay. So there's a story, a very true, extremely accurate, non-hyperbolic story about Adorama versus B&H. And Adorama has not changed one single iota in 23, 24 years. B&H has changed drastically. It used to be you call them, I was like, what do you want? What do you want? You know, I'm busy. What do you want? Which they are busy. They're extremely busy, and you know, the more they sell, the shorter the phone call, the more they sell. That's all understandable. I'm no idiot, so, but they've got a lot more people and they've expanded, so. And no, B&H is not sponsoring me. They're not giving me a damn thing. I just thought I'd relay that story to you, so. Thanks for listening. If it was a boring story, then I certainly apologize, okay? So, Adorama, you ain't so hot. You need to change. You need to make things a little better there, Adorama. Huh? And B&H, kudos to you, man, eh? Pasta fazola. I wasn't saying he was Italian. Anyway, good job, B&H. You've changed a lot in 23 years, and you did a great job. Okay? Catch you later.